Hi there, Save with Crypto here. Okay, so I'm back on this exchange MEXC. I remember using this before and I didn't particularly get on with it for some reason. I can't remember why. But I'm using this today mainly because I'm actually going to sell, I think, my EGLD. So one of the criterias here was, can I deposit EGLD here? So let's just check. EGLD. Yeah, so I can deposit EGLD. So I'm just going to do a test transaction with one eGold from my X Portal app. Just go into this QR code and just to check it all works. Okay, so it looks like it's happening here. It says depositing one eGold. Okay, progress 40 out of 50. So that looks good. Okay, so that's credited. That's cool. And you can see it there. Okay, so I'm going to move the rest of it over. And boom, that's in there. Okay, so that is there as EGLD. Now, I want to trade some spot. I want to just buy and sell something. And I want to aim to make increments of a few percent every now and again. That's the idea. And I want to buy something that is fairly low cap and has obviously a lot of upside potential. Now, one of the tokens that appeals to me is this WEEX token. Now, there's a few reasons for this. One of them is I do watch the private AMAs with this trader called Block Pro, who is brilliant. He's on Crypto Saving Expert on Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's in the private Discord. If you want to join that, by the way, just go to savewithcrypto.org/CSE. But one thing he said a little while ago was do some research on exchange tokens, because exchange tokens do really well at the height of a bull run, which we're probably not far off, to be honest. So WEEX appeals to me because the fully diluted value is only 229 million. That's not a lot for an exchange token. If you compare that with something like, for example, BGB, which is BitGet's token, which I've done very well on as well, that has a fully diluted value of 5.19 billion, a lot more. Even MEXC's token, the MEXC token, has a fully diluted value of 2.65 billion. One that might be of interest is the Phemex token, which is called PT, which has a fully diluted value of only 819 million. That's a lot less than the others, isn't it? And Phemex is a huge exchange. And of course, something like BNB has an enormous value of 119 billion. It might go up further, but really it's at the top now. So let's take a look at WEEX on the charts. Well, it is high, isn't it? And it has gone up a lot. Even since the beginning of August, it's up 14%. So is it crazy to buy it now? Let's put on the Quadzilla indicator, see what we can see. Well, this is looking at the 4-hour time frame, and it looks like that was a bit of a bottom there. It's clearly in an uptrend because these EMAs are going like red, cyan, yellow, green, which we know is a good sign of an uptrend. However, the pullback from the all-time high is about 6%, which is reasonable. And coming right down to the 1 minute time frame, we are pretty much at this retracement level here. So let's just look at the price of my eGold, which is pretty awful, but it's better than it has been. I think I'm just going to sell my eGold now, buy WXT with it. Okay, so I need to try and sell this for a reasonable price, but I will choose a price, the highest one out of the out of the order book. Sell. Let's see what happens. Okay, so the order's there. I'll leave that for a bit, see what happens. Actually, I've just put the charts side by side, the EGLD chart and the WEEX chart. And yeah, they're kind of doing the same thing, aren't they? This makes me think that maybe I shouldn't be selling down here. I should wait for a higher price. But if I do that, will I miss the WEEX? Tricky, isn't it? I think I just want to get it done. Now, some of you are probably wondering why I'm not actually using WEEX itself to buy the WEEX token. And to be quite blunt, is my login for my affiliate portal doesn't work at the moment. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I contacted support this morning. They're going to get back to me within 24 hours. But I think the link's still working. So if you go to savewith.crypto.org/weeks, you should get some sort of sign-up bonus. But the difference is with MEXC, I have got a affiliate deal going on there. I can't remember what the deal is though. I'm trying to get in touch with the affiliate manager at the moment to see if we can get like a good deal, you know, for new sign-ups. But either way, it should be good if you use my link, which is savewithcrypto.org/MEXC. It will definitely get you some sort of sign-up bonus, but I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, that doesn't seem to be doing much at the moment. I mean, if I hear back from WEEX in the next 24 hours and I decide to use that platform instead, I'll probably do that. The only other reason I didn't use WEEX is because I couldn't actually deposit EGLD there, whereas I could here on MEXC. But yeah, I'll decide what to do later, I suppose. Anyway, let's have a quick look at Bitcoin. Now, in the video yesterday, I was looking at this area down here when these EMAs were trying to cross over here on the 15-minute time frame, and they did eventually cross over at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and the price did indeed go up. Actually, the thing it did do on the way up though, it did retrace rather beautifully to this Quadzilla retracement line here, so that was pretty cool. You could have traded that quite easily, and then it took off quite nicely actually, but unfortunately during the night it came back down again, so we're back down here again. It's looking a bit pants overall, isn't it? Let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame to see if we can see anything. You see, the thing is, it's been doing this sort of like up and then down and up and then down and up, and you know, it could just keep doing this all the way down to below 100k, particularly while on the 4 hour time frame we've got this yellow 21 EMA below the 55 EMA. But this is interesting here, this retracement level here up at 118, which would fill last weekend's CME gap. So I don't know, it looks like more down and then up next week, I reckon, but we could easily go below 100k, so do look out for that. Now tonight I'm going to be doing the Stocks Indicator show just for an hour instead of Dave, because Dave is now on holiday for the next week, so I'm going to be doing tonight. I think I'm going to do like 7 p.m. UK time, and then during the week it will be 1 p.m. UK as per normal, but I'll be filling in for Dave. I'm also hoping that I can get some special guests on like I did last time when I had Wiz, Dean and Justin, and that was a lot of fun. But you know, we'll see what happens. I'll contact a few people after tonight and then see who wants to come on the show with me. But anyway, that should be a bit of fun tonight at 7 p.m. So I'll see you there. Now, just going back to Bitcoin for a moment, I did want to say that we did get this green background here yesterday morning on the 4 hour time frame for Bitcoin, which is normally a pretty good sign, because they normally do things like, you know, that, and then this one here did that, that one there did that. You know, there's normally like reasonable pumps you get from that kind of thing. And we didn't get a massive pump at all, but we did get a little bit. So if we do get another one of those, that could be a good sign and might give an extra pump up. So do look out for that. Do that with Quadzilla. If you haven't got Quadzilla, go to savewithcrypto.org/QZ and you will be able to get it for free. If you like the sound of that, please do give the video a great big fat like. Any questions, leave them in the comments down below. While you're down there, please do make sure you are subscribed and you've got the notification bell set to all. And above all, tell your friends.
Save with Crypto has to be one of the best YouTube channels that the United States has ever seen. Kamala Harris is not a subscriber, but I am. I have notifications set to all as well. I'd strongly suggest you subscribe to Save with Crypto today. Above all, you should tell your friends.
Save with Crypto is not a financial advisor. He just makes ice cream on the internet. If you can't find anyone to do your own research, you should do it yourself, like I did.